All right, session 5. So in our last session, we covered the ABC thinking reports. That might be one you want to watch again more than once. It's a lot in there, and you want to print those handouts out, the blank ones, and give those to your clients to practice, for you to practice, so you get good at that. And for some of you, that's going to be a review. For some of you, brand new information. So this next session, we are going to build on what we just learned. And so you take that thinking report, and now you should have old core belief and the new core belief, or the old vow, the new vow. And we are going to integrate this together. So we're taking these, again, the tree trunk, the roots, we don't want to do leaf work, the branch stuff. We're trying to start the bottom up. And as we change that, these old vows and core beliefs, everything above it is going to change as well. So what we're going to do now is take one core belief or one vow, you let the client decide, and we will want to know, what do we want to be okay with moving forward. Okay, so this can take some creativity. There's no real worksheet for this, like a handout like that feeds like the belief sheet or the vow sheet. So this takes their own creativity. So for example, from our last video, my wife is trying to help me or love me. Okay, becomes I'm okay with being loved. Okay, what do we want to be okay with? Um, I do have a voice, or I am enough, becomes I am okay with being enough, or I'm okay with having a voice. Okay, that is the goal. We want to continue to get this down, taking very broad and do a funnel and getting it down to the root essence. Okay, so these are it's an NET technique. Any training or that I think it's Bruce, him and his wife did years ago. The chiropractic couple is so NET training. You can go to their website at mindbody.net is a really good resource. So what we're doing is I'm okay with, and we're going to speak out loud. And while we do this, from level 1 training, we did the I'm okay with tapping collarbone statements. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to take one of these. So you have your client pick, I'm okay with being loved. Okay. And you're going to tap with them, but they're going to speak it out loud. So I'm okay with being loved. So we're going to start with number 1. I'm ready, willing, and able to be okay with being loved. It is safe for me to be loved. It is good for me to be loved. It is good for others for me to be loved. I want to be loved. I believe I can be loved. I can honor myself by being loved. I can honor others by being loved. I am worthy of love. I can be supported by others for me to be loved. I have the energy to be loved, and I have the time to be loved. Okay. And then you tap the karate chop point 3 times, have them tap that in. Okay. And we can do this other one. I'm okay with being enough, or I'm okay with having a voice. Let's give that one a try. So I'm okay and having a voice. I'm okay. I'm ready, willing, and able to have a voice. It is safe for me to have a voice. It is good for me to have a voice. It is good for others for me to have a voice. I want to have a voice. I believe I can have a voice. I can honor myself by having a voice. I can honor others by having a voice. I am worthy of having a voice. I can be supported by others for me to have a voice. I have the energy to have a voice. I have the time to have a voice. We're going to tap that in. And so you're going to notice this is left, right, side stimulation similar to EMDR. Okay. And you can put anything in here: being loved, being enough, having a voice. Okay. And you're going to tap through that with them. And this is going to be their homework. Okay. So they do another thinking report, get through the core beliefs into the vowels, bring back what they want to be okay with, and have them work through that. Hopefully they begin to do that on their own. Okay. All right. So all this is energy psychology, quantum. I'm a big Joe Dispenza fan, David Hawkins. There's Byron Katie. Silva, we'll be talking about that. The Silva method, Jose Silva from the 50s and 60s. Highly recommend his book, The Silva Method. A lot of new authors coming out. Vishnan Lahani, I'm not sure I'm saying his name right. I got a pile of books here on my right. So this next part is about healing negative programs, and this comes from the Silva Method material. So we want to know, you need to understand, you need to know that you need to be very watchful, conscious, and diligent in what your mind thinks and what your mouth speaks. Okay. You cannot be sloppy with this work. Stay consistent and be kind to yourself. It's a process. Okay. And this is in the material, one of the handouts. The mind is so powerful, and we cannot let it get away with a negative program or belief system, not even once. All negative programs and beliefs must be challenged regardless if they are well-intentioned. You have the ability to heal yourself from any and all mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, relational illnesses, diseases, dysfunction, diagnosis, disorders. Sickness, illness, disorders are just showing you what you need to heal. Number 7, you are subject only to what you hold in your mind consciously or unconsciously. The body will always do what the mind believes. Only you can and are responsible for changing it. You must only be willing. So the practice is this: I'm willing to let go of negative things, such as the physical pain of my shoulder, my lower back, my wrist, my ankle, wherever the pain is. Okay. And or the emotional pain of abandonment, rejection. That my experience of the addiction of alcohol, drugs, sex, overeating, okay, anger, my emotions, okay, or this illness, a disease, disorder of, the diagnosis of anxiety, depression, bipolar, borderline, or the trauma of sexual abuses or the abuses of, okay, neglects, codependency, intimacy, anorexia, offenses, anger, bitterness, unforgiveness, resentments that have caused me. So A through C, what is that? 6, 7 or 5, 6. Just kind of fill in the blank there. So I'm willing to let go of the negative and that has caused and the trauma, diagnosis, treatment, abuses, neglects that it's caused me. Number 2, I am willing to no longer put or use labels to these experiences. Labels can be beneficial, but they can also be very problematic. Well, the doctor said I have diabetes or cancer. Okay, you can accept that and your body will accept it, or you can reject it. If you have accepted it, you can also undo that. So number 3, at the same time, I'm willing and excited to have positive, new, unknown, radical experiences of healing emotions. And so you're working with your client, they're going to say this out loud. read this sheet. I was a person who once thought, believed, held on to, and that I had an addiction, an illness, a disease, a disorder of depression, anger. Okay. I was diagnosed with cancer. Okay. Thank you. Cancer, depression, narcissism, whatever. I see that you forced me to look at the way I was unforgiving towards myself. Okay. Disliking of myself and not loving myself. Thank you. Again, you put in the blank, depression, anger, cancer, for showing me how much I have been living in fear. I have learned how resilient I am. I have learned that I am a survivor. I have learned that I am more dependable than I thought about myself. Number 6, I now cancel, remove, delete this program or belief. With the power of my mind, I am no longer subject to this old program or belief. I am an infinite, healed, whole, complete being. My mind now believes I am kind, loving, illuminated, and a peaceful being. My heart knows that I am kind, loving, illuminated, and a peaceful being. Okay, so you're doing my mind and my heart. So for some of you, this is going to be a stretch. I'm like, what? What is Corey talking about? Some really good books called this is called Map of Consciousness that I put together based on and expanded on some of the David Hawkins material, The Power of Force, Healing and Recovery, and his other book, The Map of Consciousness. So you're going to notice here in the levels, you're not maybe going to see this on the screen too well, so you want to print this out. That's on all these handouts. Now, the bottom is, I particularly like to pay attention to the level section here. And the bottom of this is the word shame. Okay. Shame is one of the lowest vibrational emotions. Okay. And it vibrates a log at 20. Okay. And this white line is everything below this is representative of loss, death, destruction, ego. And I explain this here on the side. So egoic attachment to outcome, it's a win-lose, fight wrong, acidic paradigm. Also rears codependency, intimacy, anorexia, passive, suicidal, darkness, separation, and death. Okay. Shame right there. Humiliation, elimination. And as you move up, guilt, apathy, grief, fear. Okay. And this is all, there's whole books on this, how David Hawkins came to this through muscle testing. And if you're not familiar with muscle testing, go do some of your own research on that. And what I work on with clients is this word here, willingness. Okay, just having willingness, you're raising your vibration from 20 to 310, just like that, just being willing and consistently willing. Okay. You begin move over this white line into from death, separation, darkness into light, life, intimacy, and oneness. Okay. And the higher you go, the more enlightened or conscious you become. Okay. Begin to love others. I am not the body. Okay. Versus down here, the ego convinces you you are your body. Okay. You're more than this body, this meat suit. And we get into win-win up here. We get unattached to outcomes. And this is spiritual growth. We get into victor or creator versus down here below line is victim. Okay. We've talked about the victim-victor cycles. Okay. When you're a victim, you cannot create. Okay. And I've attached associations with the step work on these levels here. So we move into willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace. Now, in the Hawkins material, he writes that most people in a lifetime do not change their log level or vibrational level more than 5 points. 5 points in a lifetime. That would be moving from 20 to 25. So this is why recovery is so important. Okay, why energy psychology is so important, why so much is happening right now in mental health, spiritual growth, conscious movement, is what's going on as a whole, as a society, as humanity raises its vibration. Okay, one person at a time. That's why I tell my clients, you're changing the world one person at a time, one marriage at a time. Okay, is you change one person at a time, they go and influence and impact others, and it begins to multiply. Okay, so that's just a brief introduction to the map of consciousness handout that I've put together based on the Hawkins material. Okay, very exciting stuff. Lots of information in here, but generally I focus and give this to clients to focus on, where they came in my office, usually down here: shame, guilt, grief, fear, anger, pride. But once you show them about just your willingness to come here and get some help is going to be tremendous. Look how far you've come already. All right. So, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Becoming Supernatural, the Placebo Effect by Joe Dispenza. There are audible versions on YouTube, or there were at one time. You can listen to those, go buy the books, go listen to them on Audible. And he talks about the brainwave states. So beta is an awake, high stress survival. Okay. Alpha is the meditative state. Theta is watching TV, iPad, very programmable pre-sleep. Gamma is when you're sleeping. Delta is REM sleep. Okay, so when you're watching TV, you're very, very programmable. Okay, there's a reason the television is telling you a vision, and there's a reason they call it a program. Okay, it is programming you at the theta level. This is why with your children, your partner, you're talking to them, they're on their iPad or watching TV, they don't hear you because they're being programmed. Okay. When you meditate, alpha is the highest, most powerful state. Okay. This is where you want to be in alpha. It's just kind of watching TV state, pre-sleep state, but not high stress, fully awake survival state. Okay. A lot of good material coming out on understanding these. Okay. Television is telling you a vision. Okay. Words have power, words have meaning. Okay. If you've not learned that through reading some of the blogs we have on our website, you should know that by now. Okay. Etymology of words. I love the study in etymology of the study of words. Okay, so understanding this is important. So beta, high awake, delta, REM, deep sleep. Okay. When you're working and doing your own work, you want to change things in the Silva method. Vishna's books talk about this extensively. Yeah, let me give you Vishna. One of his books is called The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. And the other one is the No BS meditation guide. Yeah. All right. So training your subconscious mind. So the rules for alpha theta state of mind, quiet meditation, 15 to 20 minutes. You must visualize the event on a screen in front of you. You must desire the event, experience, or the outcome. You must believe the event can take place. You must expect the event to take place, and you must feel as if the event has already happened. Okay. The solo method talks about the 3 touch fingers. Whenever I join my 3 fingers together on one hand like this, that's supposed to represent those 3 lines, 3 fingers, your thumb and your 2 fingers, index and middle finger. For serious and desirable outcomes, I will instantly reach a subconscious alpha level brain waves to accomplish whatever I want or desire in the conscious beta level. Okay, so a lot of people live in the beta level trying to make things or force things to happen. Okay, that's doesn't work, or it works, but it's like trying, you got to try harder. And in recovery, I'm trying to help clients do it easier. Okay, more isn't always better, less is more. So if you can teach them to do this and understand, okay, what's the outcome you want? Not only that, but Neville Goddard, another author I've read a tremendous amount of material on, talks about the feelings of the wish fulfilled, and this is the same thing. Okay, so the feelings of the wish fulfilled is that when I write books, I already have the book done. I'm writing from that it's already done, and it feels what it feels like to be done. Okay, with my daughter, especially my youngest in softball, she visualizes not I'm going to hit a home run, is that the home run is already done. She's already touched home plate. Okay, and you work your way from that moment and what it feels like to where you are now, and it brings the present into the future. Okay, and amazing, powerful stuff if you begin to really understand this. Okay, you don't want to live for the event. What's the thing you want, but you want to live from the event as if it already is done and what it feels like. So this is a helpful little self-talk. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Negative thoughts, negative suggestions have no influence over me at any level of mind. Okay. Very different self-talk that where I came from, a lot of my clients came from, right? It's all negative, programmable, negative, egoic, super egoic, critical parent stuff. Okay. Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Negative thoughts, negative suggestions have no influence over me at any level. So the physical body health and physical health and body healing in the alpha state is that you're putting your fingers together, the pain is gone, gone, gone. The bleeding is stopped. The stories in the Silva book, amazing, amazing stories. People healing themselves. I'm enjoying life, living life free of headaches. I'm enjoying living life free of back pain. I'm enjoying living life with 20/20 perfect vision. Yes, you can heal your own vision. I'm enjoying living life cancer free. I'm enjoying eating gluten, sugar. I'm enjoying weighing 150, 180 pounds. Okay. So many people, what's so funny, women, I'm the father of 4 daughters and my wife. So also 5 women. And it's funny, women get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and they look in the mirror and they're like, oh my God, how am I going to fix this? Okay. Men get up in the morning, look in the mirror, flex their fat, and they're like, oh my God, I look amazing. Okay. Very, very different. How you speak to that person in the mirror is who you become. Okay. So rather than hoping to weigh your ideal weight, you're already visualizing, feeling your ideal weight from that point. Okay. You're not waiting for it to happen. You're waiting from that point as it already happened. I'm enjoying weighing 180 pounds, 150 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever your ideal weight is. Continuing to train your subconscious mind. So the mental health piece in this, in the alpha state of mind, is my addiction to negative emotions is gone. My body's addiction to resentment is gone at the cellular level. My addiction to being offended and being right is released. I'm enjoying living in forgiveness and letting all offenses go. I'm enjoying the benefits of giving up and letting go of my addictions. I am enjoying a full night's sleep, deep sleep. I'm enjoying waking up each morning refreshed, energized, and excited to be alive. So again, you can do this. You can do this. Clients can do this as a tapping. These are just suggestions, ideas on how to implement this, practically speaking. So love and money, success. So here's some other examples. You or your client believing in success or money. I'm worthy of love and being loved. I'm enjoying a loving relationship with my partner. I'm enjoying intimacy with my partner. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. I live in abundance. I know there is more than enough time, money, resources for me and others. I'm enjoying making X amount of dollars a year. 6 figures, 7 figures. What is that for you? I love to give to others from my abundance. I want to live in love and abundance. I have the time to live in love and abundance. It is good for others for me to live in love and abundance. I am enjoying living in love and abundance. Tapping that in. So you begin to see how this little tool can be used in so many different ways. Now, in the Silva method or Silva mind control method book, he talks about dreams and how you can, before going to sleep, you want to say or write down, I want to remember my dreams. Dreams are very, very helpful to help you solve problems in your conscious beta awake state. Okay. I will remember my dreams. I will remember I am remembering my dreams. I am enjoying remembering my dreams. And then you can also use your dreams to problem solve. I want to have a dream that will contain information to solve my problem of addiction, relationship, lack of love, money, intimacy, friends that I have in my mind. I will have such a dream. I will remember it. I will understand it. I am enjoying having solved this problem. So, getting deeper into understanding the subconscious process in energy psychology. All right. Yeah, I thought we were at the end there. Hope this is beneficial. I love this stuff. Once you begin to use it, apply it, you can begin to teach it. Okay, we will see you on the next video.